Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and as you can tell by the title, this is my Optimus Prime from Transformers Prime. This is the APC Toys version. Bear with me. The APC Toys version. And I got this early for a Christmas present from my mum. Bit of money there for me, of course. But it's a nice, great Christmas present that I've been wanting. I feel like when it comes to Christmas, spend your money on something that you really want, as an something that emotionally attaches you. That's just my thoughts. But this great thing, I loved it. Now, as you can tell, if you've seen the APC Toys version of Optimus Prime with the original one, well, this is the original model, of course. But when you get it, it comes with blue weapons and certain. It doesn't exactly look like this, and the reason why, if you can tell by the title of the video, of course, I have painted mine. I did get some paint and painted it so it's more show accurate. I don't know if I'll get pictures up when I edit this video, but if I can, I'll try and show comparisons of truck mode and then robot mode to see if it's more accurate. I think I did a good job because I did check the footage and screenshots. But of course, the grill is more silver. I do like, that's one of my favorite part of maybe the painting in general, is that I've made it looks more like it's worn down and it's been scuffed, and makes sense because trucks would have that. The plastic between here, I kept the grill with that dark grey that it had so that some of it was still there, and I think it actually makes it stand out because it was more dark grey in between the grill. The little symbol here where the Autobot symbol is supposed to be, I decided to keep that dark grey because I'll try and get a sticker for it. I have found something. So I'm going to keep that as is. I could have waited and shown waited till I got the sticker, but it is what it is there. I don't mind showing it off here and now. So when if I get the sticker right, it'll be there. It'll probably be a light grey sticker, probably that. I think I either chose a light grey sticker or a white one because I found it funny that Agent Fowler's character noticed that symbol when the lights were blaring at him. So I think that's a nice joke there. What you're seeing here is painted red of these 3 bars. That was the scariest part of painting the process of this truck mode. It was painting that little line. That's why I'm lucky I got such thin paint brushes. And of course you have the bit up top, the grill that's grey on each side. The smokestacks have been painted along with the grey parts on the tires, of course. And if you've seen the episode Convoy, these grey bits are also paintwork silver on the show, so I painted those too. Now, if you do want to paint this, like I did, it's okay to get scuffs on it, because I've got scuffs on mine a bit here and there, but since they've been in battle damage for Cybertron and Earth, it makes sense. Of course, you have the red light piping, well, not light piping, but the painting in there on the back lights is there too. And on the other side there. And of course, the initial touch of red paint. These bits in front were originally a dark greyish black, but I painted them red to blend in with the truck mold. It is a good replica, of course, on the lighting here. These were transparent blue on the lights, but they're actually, if you watch the show, they're actually supposed to be white with a bit of yellow each side on these 4 ones here. So good stuff there. But that was another scary process of trying to get the yellow right. It does smear a bit, but I think it's okay because they're blaring lights, so a bit of glare doesn't go too far, of course. So good stuff overall. Of course, the smokestacks, like I said, are painted. Got everything that I needed to get done in truck mode. I don't think I've forgotten anything really. Now, this will go on to robot mode when I get to it, and that'll be, if you notice, this windshield, of course, is blue. I was concerned that wasn't accurate because the windshield in robot mode is black. The windshields are, but I watched the episode Convoy, and if you look at the lighting at some points, you do get to see it does have a blue tint to it. Number 2, keeping it like this, if you keep it with what you have right now, you have a better chance of seeing the inner detail because they actually. Now I'm going to move the camera. Hopefully I get this right, but I think you also need to get the lighting turned too. But if you see this, you can just make out 2 seats in there. So I appreciate that touch of detail, and I can't show this right now, but when you get to robot mode, maybe I'll take a picture of it and try and see if I can get it into the video, but you'll see the cockpit when you open up some panels on the back, so I appreciate they actually installed a cockpit and some seats. A nice illusion there, so I appreciate that touch. So I do adore this truck, this robot Optimus Prime. Great thing overall. It's gonna be one of my favorite possessions I own, and I want to do it justice. Of course, there was also the touch of these black bits. I could have painted them red, but I was okay with that because they're supposed to be the windshield wipers, so a bit of different there. That's fine. So that's truck mode done. Next part of this video will be, of course, the robot mode. Look forward to that. Thank you all for watching, guys, and I'll see you for the next part. We're back with part 2 of the video, and here we have robot mode, Optimus Prime, APC Toys version. Like I said, the weapons, of course, this guy used to be blue. The figure had a few changes, but here we are, the end result of Optimus Prime, now painted up to make it look more accurate to the show. So hopefully if I can edit some images in, we shall see. But of course I checked the footage to make sure I had it done accurately, and I did it best as I could. These parts here were painted up here where I'm pointing. They were originally dark grey on the figure, but now painted blue to match the legs, of course. It's not the exact shade, of course, when you're buying paints, you're not going to get it full on accurate, but any shade, a dark blue, blends right in. And part of me is a bit happy that's a bit of a different blue to make it have a bit more paint variety on there, so that's a bit of a nice plus. I kept the toes black. They're actually how they're supposed to be, so there you go. The hands, you could bear differ. Part of me wanted to paint the hands black, but I decided against it because I didn't want to end it up looking like it was a one-hand piece. Like you could have painted in the lines of the hands and it would be able to be a one little chunk of block black, so you wouldn't have seen any detail between the hands and the fingers. So I kept them dark grey. It didn't bother me as well. Besides, the hands might have gotten dirty over the years for the battles they've had. So some of the scuffs on here, like the grey smudged, or you know, some of the, if you have any paint wear issues, you can excuse that, like, oh, he's been in fights, so it's okay to have a bit of wear and tear here and there. Silver painted here. I had to go around the yellow bit. I did pretty well, I think. Of course, this is probably one of my favorite parts, is that I managed to get those. I took some black paint with a bit of water, and it smudged, and it made a nice little tainted look on the windows, which were originally blue, so that's nice. And I got a thin black pen. You can't see it up like trying to get closer, but if you look up close here, they're right between the grey and the window shield. There's like a little black gap, and you're supposed to, in the show anyway, they were black. So I had to get a thin black pen in there, permanent black marker, and get in there and line them up, because I don't want to use paint because there was a chance I could miss it. I could have painted around here on these window frames, but I didn't want to nick it and hit the window shield, so I just painted these side bits here. This little rear view mirror, since it's a mirror piece, I decided to leave it grey, because you could have painted it black if you wanted to. It's an option, but I like to keep it grey because it's just a mirror reflection you're going to be seeing. These parts were originally grey, but I wanted to paint them red, a shade of red to blend in. The red here used was blood red, and I later got a vibrant red. I was considering painting over it for that more vibrant red, but I'm happy with the little red different piece there, so it's fine. And some silver was added to the arms here, front and back. You can't see it as much, but the silver is there. And of course the parts in the kibble in vehicle mode is also seeable, as well as the bumper there. And if you look between there's silver underneath here, painted the back. Blue was added for the back as well, dark blue there, and for the back and there. I didn't want to go there. This wire work on top of the head, or around the head I should say, you could go for black if you wanted to, but I decided to leave it dark grey because I didn't want to, you know, top the head or nudge it. Speaking of the head, if you look at the sides of the head here, I painted them grey, which is accurate to the show. There were some grey bits there on that. It does come with an alternate head with where you take the faceplate away. I didn't want to take the faceplate, swap the head out, because you have to unscrew it and then mess with the head a bit. Because I prefer Optimus Prime with his plate on than his mouth exposed. And from what I've heard, his mouth expression isn't like the best. Granted, his face in the show isn't expressive too. It's more of a stern look down. Mainly a bit of sorrow there, but take what you will of that. And here we have the weapons that are painted. Silver, a bit of wear and tear here, which of course fits for the show how often they're used. And of course the blue bits at the end painted as well, so I appreciate that. I'm okay. I mean, some bits inside, I did purposely go around the rim inside the blaster because the light projecting from it would make sense.
Your aim is poor. That is a matter of perspective.
And we also have a sword here as well, painted up, all silver. You could have gone with a bit of blue, but I think silver makes it a more full blade. So I like that touch. And you can see how originally in it was blue plastic, whereas this inside was originally black until I painted over it. Then we have the Star Saber. This, of course, wasn't painted. It came how it is, with the figure. So I appreciate that the main weapon was painted. And of course, you have the clip piece for the back if you want to store the saber. I think that's all. Well, of course, another thing to know about the paint job. Oh yeah, there are a couple more things here. The smokestacks I mentioned in vehicle mode were painted, and another interior part you can see in robot mode was painted. These bits right here were originally red on the figure, but they were in the show they're black, so I painted them in. A bit of fiddling detailing to get into because I made sure it went all the way down as it's supposed to. But I'm actually proud of how that came out, because that's also show accurate too. So I'm very proud of how this all came together, the end results. If I'm able to get in some pictures to compare it to the source material, I will do so. The main shots I used to get inspiration were the pilot episode, which is episode 1, the episode known as Convoy for when they had to run from mech, which was good for the vehicle mode, of course, to see pictures of that. And then, of course, my favourite episode, Triangulation, with Starscream, Optimus Prime, and, of course, the late, great Tony Todd, rest in peace, in that video playing Dreadwing.
You mistake me for my brother, who is one with the Allspark, as you are no doubt aware, former Commander Starscream. Were it up to me, I would end this here and now. But it is my duty as First Lieutenant Megatron to render all traitors to my Lord and Master for due punishment. First Lieutenant? That's my post! Once my post.
Going back and forth with each other, so good stuff there. Well guys, this might be my last video. Just take him right there. I'm going to try and equip the I know some of you guys want me to try and equip the weapons, so I'll try to do that. We'll first try and equip the peg at the back. There is a hole between these two bits. You can stick it in, and you can kind of twist it to an angle, and eventually get the Star Saber in there. There was another version of this toy that came out, which you can have like the translucent blue sword for the Energon effect when he's wielding it, but that was a one-year exclusive, and it's hard to get that version now, so it's probably the best bet. That version I'm talking about had chrome on it, which looks pretty cool. Granted though, part of me is happy I painted this and got this version because it looked it looked more like a toy still with the chrome, because this is more wear and tear. But you know, either version is great to have. There we go, got the Star Saber on there. I just need to make sure I get that securely in. There we go. This is the first time I've actually put the Star Saber on his back, so I'm actually proud of that, how that came across. So there you go, with the Star Saber he's wielding on the back. And now we'll try and put it in his hand. So let's try and get that out. The connection isn't the strongest on it, but it does serve the job when it needed. And how you attach the Star Saber is, there is this little piece, which is the bottom of the Star Saber. You take that out, pip it in, and you can slide it into his hand. I know which way you want the bigger blade facing at the bottom, of course. And you don't want to put it too far in, because you're going to touch there's a side on the scabbard, or the hilt, yeah. and I'm trying to snag around it. Okay, let me just push that up a bit. Oh god, not too far. Just you want to make sure it's not too far, but just the case. I think I'll leave it as is. Right there. Because it's just for a temporary bit of show. Hopefully. Okay, we can rotate the wrist. That's another bit of good articulation there. But there we have the Star Saber, nicely posed. Cool. I do like to keep the shoulder pads down so it's how accurate how Optimus had them. I know they are also articulated in the show as well. Oh god, I just realised I've knocked a smokestack there. There you go. Good stuff. Right, so now that that's done, we can unplug the Star Saber and we'll just pop in his weapons. I do have the extra sword and gun in the other room, but I felt I only need to get one of each for this video. I personally prefer Optimus Prime with guns, because the guns look cooler to me. There's a bit, as in toy-wise. I mean, the sword looks cool a bit as well, but the issue with the sword, as many people who know who own this figure, is... Okay, let me explain. The big blade that I'm holding right here is pointing downwards, and they want to have this automorph technology for the figurines, but they have it this way. They should have done it the reverse way. So this little peg is on where my thumb is, but they didn't. So because you know, with that you kind of have it's not really very good automorph when you can. So you've got to put the peg underneath, which I'll show. There you go. Like that, so you've got a visible hand, so it doesn't really show good automorph. You can kind of twirl the arm around and try and fiddle with it. There you go, but this is the right way the sword is supposed to be presented anyway, so take that what you will. I'll leave it like this, so that's just how I'm going to go with it. And there we have Optimus with his weapons, his blasters and his sword, so it's nice he comes with those, and a pair of each, so I appreciate the touch. And yeah, I've finally got one of the items that I've been wanting for over 10 years now. And it's finally in my possession, and I thought I couldn't get it because the first edition was hard to find, but thanks to APC Toys for re-releasing this. And this figurine, guys, is actually still available. If you want to purchase APC Toys Optimus Prime, the best bet is eBay to get it for America, and I'd assume for UK and of course, I assume America. I was easily able to get it for a decent price, 40 my currency, £40 to 50 with an extra 10 for shipping if you want to go that raw. Depends how much you want to spend that much. You can look through the offers to see if there's any other thing that comes your way, if anything that improves you. And if you want to paint it like I did mine, I use Citadel paints, which I think I would put them all away. That'd be funny. Bear with me, guys. Okay, there we go. There's one of my paints that I used. This is blue for the blasters. These are the other Citadel paints that I had. The colours aren't, of course, accurate, but make sure you get like a light blue, a white, yellow, a dark blue, a crimson red, or a vibrant red, and black, of course, silver. I've barely mentioned that. But yeah, those are the colours I'd recommend. So I know someone else has also made a video of them painting their own Optimus Prime, Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime. It was the first edition version. That video is also up on YouTube. And I did make sure to look into some videos about paint to see what would be the best type of paint to use to painting a figure. That's why in the custom video of that guy I mentioned, he was using Citadel paint. And one of the people who recommended what paint to use when painting your figures also recommended using Citadel paint. And Citadel paint is used for painting Warhammer figurines. So it was a good choice. So overall, guys, that's my video of Optimus Prime. It's not like other videos where it's a transformation video. If you want to see how this guy is transformed, there is an instruction manual with it. And once you get a hang of it, if you watch a video or two, you'll eventually catch up on the transformation. And it's pretty simple to do. So it's not that challenging at all once you get going. There are many videos on this. You can watch the first edition, APC Toys, or the Chrome version, and you will easily figure out how to do this awesome figure. If you're a fan of Transformers Prime, go for it. If you're a fan of just the toy line, go for it. If you haven't seen Transformers Prime, I recommend watching it. It actually does wrap up the show completely. You know how the Transformers is a war between the Autobots and Decepticons? This actually wraps it up in just 3 seasons alone. There is also a movie if you want an extra filler. It's not really extra filler, it's more like an extra piece of the finale. So overall, that's my review on Optimus Prime. Hopefully you guys enjoyed how this video came out. If you did, you know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe, that good stuff. Hit the notification bell right corner down below so you're staying tuned for all LEGO DC Supervillains custom builds and various amounts of other content I do on this channel. And until next time, guys, have a Merry Christmas. And to all, peace out.
I am Optimus Prime. We live among its people now, hiding in plain sight, but watching over them in secret. And though we are worlds apart, like us, there's more to them than meets the eye. And I send this message to any surviving Autobots taking refuge among the stars. We are here. We are waiting.